So anyway, normally I just get right on the internet and start posting on social media and directing people towards my group and having little chats with people in the comments. But today my internet has kind of been very flaky, so I haven't been able to get on. So I decided I would take this time to sit back and do some creative work, and some of the projects that I've kind of not gotten to, and just sit and be creative and not be disturbed by other people. I really actually enjoy being in my own energy and being creative. But the thing is, a lot of times it's like somebody wants to disturb me about something, or I've got some appointment or something to do. And then really getting in that creative energy can sometimes be hard because I feel like, ooh, I've got to fit it in this little time slot. And then, the feeling when you sit down in front of the computer to be creative and it just doesn't come. So I know I've said not to batch content for your social media. Well, I do batch content from my social media, and right now I'm in one of those modes where I'm coming up with a bunch of things so that when I'm ready to post them, I can just look back on them and say, ooh, I've got something to post, I've got something to do. Because sometimes I'm in that space where I'm like, I don't know what to say, and that can really be for a couple of reasons. The first is maybe I've had a really rough day and I just don't want to talk about everything that's gone wrong, because that can be negative, complaining and griping. So I can just be thinking about negative things and trying to turn that off and no, I don't really want to post that, and commiserate and start a pity party and a poor me storyline. So I mean, that's one of the reasons I kind of batch some of my content. And the other reason is I might even be feeling really good, but it's the ideas just aren't coming because I'm just not inspired, because not enough stuff has happened that I feel like I have anything to talk about. So it could just be having that big empty space where I don't really know what to say. So there's kind of a balance between doing a bunch of stuff so you have something to talk about, something to write about, but not being so busy that you don't have time to sit and actually write the post. And then having a bunch of empty space in your schedule, a lot of time to just come up with things and to just write them out and stuff. So then you have the time to put it all into words, put it into artwork, put it into video content and stories and whatever. So finding that balance can really be tricky, and a lot of times it seems like I don't really have complete control over it, because there's other people in my life and they want things, and sometimes they get on my nerves because I just want that time to myself. But then sometimes I feel like I don't deserve the time to myself because it's something I need to be able to I have to set boundaries, and I have to set this reason for making this time for myself and not time for somebody else who wants my attention and who wants my time. And part of the issue with me is I've had it where people who are closer to me tend to suck up my time too much. And what I realized is that if people who are close to you are always eating up all your time, then you don't really make that time to meet new people. But since I coach networking and meeting new people all the time, I make sure that that's always a piece of my schedule, that there's always some kind of event or some kind of thing that I'm doing to bring new people into my audience, and not slack off with that.